Small amount of head shaking, even at one point turning beet red from former President Donald Trump, clearly frustrated by what was happening inside the courtroom today during the first day of this trial, looking into his business practices, the business practices of his children, and the business itself, the Trump Organization. In the meantime, the Attorney General's office, during opening statements, tried to make the point that the former president, who rose to national prominence in no small part because of his reality show, The Apprentice, can do business however he wants on reality TV. But he should not have done business in the way that he did in reality in New York State.
As a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time, and I don't think the people of this country are going to stand for it.
Just before sitting down inside the courtroom, former President Trump ripped into the financial fraud charges he's facing and everyone involved in the process. He sat scouring feet from the woman who brought the allegation, New York Attorney General Letitia James. She also spoke this morning.
My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
Former President Trump, his family, and his business are facing 6 allegations of inflating the value of properties to secure more favorable loans and also ripping off insurance companies. There is no jury. Judge Arthur Engoron will decide this case. Engoron ruled last week on the top charge of fraud, which may cost the former president hundreds of millions of dollars and mean the Trump family can no longer do business in New York. The remaining 6 charges basically boil down to whether or not the former president did it intentionally. The trial is expected to take about 3 months. During opening statements Monday, the lead attorney for Attorney General James said, quote, "The defendants were lying year after year after year." Attorneys for the former president argued this case is political, and the loans and properties in question only represent a small portion of the business empire. Plus, they say banks knew the risks they were taking and made money off the deals. One attorney argued, quote, "There was no illegality, no fraud, there were no victims. In sum, the Attorney General has no case." The judge was clearly skeptical of the argument, and the former president noticed and said so during the lunch break.
We're going to be here for months with a judge that already made up his mind. It's ridiculous.